Welcome back to Traveling Taylor. Today is all about dental tourism. Should you do it? What to consider? And what's it kind of like? Let's find out. Hey guys, today I am going to talk a little bit about dental tourism here in Mexico. Why? Well, because I am going to the dentist here to get my veneers replaced, and so I figured I would do a video about the process that I went through as well as my experience going through it. So before we get too much further, be sure to subscribe if you are interested in getting more remote working tips, digital nomad lifestyle, or in this case, travel tips. The first question that you're probably wondering is why? Why am I getting my teeth done nice on camera? They look like they're perfect. And I like to say my teeth are imperfectly perfect without going into the whole boring background of my dental history. Basically, I currently have 2 veneers, these, like that, because my teeth are really, really messed up. And as a child, this is what the dentist gave me. Now, almost 20 years later, it's kind of just time to get them redone. I have a slew of reasons why that is, but the point is that it's time and I'm here in Mexico. So over the last 5 years or so, my US dentists have talked to me about replacing them and what to expect and what they would recommend. So I kind of already had an idea of what I wanted to do. And then now that I've been here in Playa del Carmen for a couple months and I've met someone else who was doing a lot of dental work, it kind of like jogged my memory really that I was like, oh yeah, I can do it while I'm in Mexico. So beyond just being in Mexico and knowing that this is a really big dental tourism place, some of the research that I've done also kind of pushed me towards doing it right now. One, a big part of it is cost. So the quotes that I received when I was back in the US were all kind of based on when I had dental insurance when I worked at a job. Okay, well, I've already made a video about my freelance health insurance, which go check it out if you need something in the US. It's called Sidecar Health, but that doesn't include dental, and most insurances like that don't include dental either, or they're really expensive. So I don't have dental coverage, and costs in the US is just really, really high. So I'm saving about 50% of the cost by doing it here in Mexico. Now, how did I go about picking a dentist and what I wanted to do? So like I said, I already had an idea of what I wanted to do based on the recommendations I got from my US dentists. But I actually, because I had the benefit of being here in Mexico, I went to 3 different dentists here. I had 3 different consultations to, one, visit their facilities, meet the dentist in person, and get their recommendation on what they thought I should do. So it turns out, instead of doing 4 veneers this time, so I was already gonna go from 2 to 4, now I'm gonna go to 6. So that was probably the one piece of advice that all 3 dentists here agreed upon, was that I should do 6. Their reasoning makes sense. I'm here, I'm doing it, I might as well go ahead and invest in that, because this is, like I said, I'm going on 20 years now. This is a 20 to 30 year investment. So I was able to meet with all the dentists in person, and from that I was able to I make a lot of decisions based on feeling. I was able to get a feeling on which one I felt the most comfortable with. I was also able to compare prices, and again, I was able to compare their recommendations against my US dentist recommendations and kind of make sure that what I was being told was kind of all the same, which it is at this point. So yeah, I mean, beyond that, dental tourism is a pretty huge part of the economy. You've probably heard of medical tourism, and it's kind of along the same line. So Mexico is a big place, especially for Americans to come down and Canadians to come down and do medical or dental work. Also Thailand, Korea is another place that people go. There's Turkey, I've actually also heard is a really good spot. So there are A lot of different places that people do this. About 1 million Americans travel each year for dental tourism specifically, and about 6 million people worldwide do it or travel to another country to do their dental work. So it's a pretty booming industry. It is something where you definitely want to do your due diligence. So I read online reviews, and actually the dentist I'm going with was a recommendation in the Expats Playa Facebook group. So multiple people in there had been to him for more major dental work, like beyond just like a cleaning, and had really positive reviews. So I have that social proof there. I've done research on him independently. He has 20 years of experience, and specifically in cosmetic dentistry. And on top of that, like I said, I visited him in person. He answered all my questions, and I just got a really good feeling about what this process would look like. So tomorrow is my first appointment, and I'm excited and a little nervous. Of course, anytime you have a big kind of event, I get a little nervous. But yeah, so the process will take about a week total, and I will keep you updated on what my experience is like, and what the final product looks like. Why did you become a dentist, and what do you like about it?
This first answer will make you laugh. At the beginning, I wanted to be a medicine man or doctor, so then I became a cardiologist. But I knew that will took me a lot of time. So when it was time for me to see a dentist, I saw my dentist was really young. And that's why then I decided that I want to become a dentist.
Okay, so I just got here for my appointment. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to film inside, so I'll try to get some shots, but if not, I will be back afterwards and let you know how it went. Headed to my next appointment. It's been about a week and a half since I was last at the dentist's office and I took my molds. But supposedly the smile design is ready today. And so that is what I'm going to check out. And so if I sign off, then we're gonna get started ASAP. I just got back from the dentist from like the big appointment basically. So I did approve the smile design. I liked it and we got started right away. This is my final smile will look like. My mouth is still numb. I don't even know if I sound normal. This is all still numb from earlier. There was lots of drilling and filing and whatnot. I'm sure I'm gonna be really tired later. And my teeth are going to be really sensitive today, so I'm gonna have to be careful about what I eat or drink. But these are temporaries, so these are not the final veneers. Those are getting sent to the lab to get created. So it's gonna be about a week before those are done. And then once they are, I'll go back in for my final appointment and get the final veneers put on. But this is what it's gonna look like. Quick status update on my teeth. So it's been 1 week since I had my initial appointment at the doctor's office and got my temporaries put on. In a twist of events, my temporaries broke off, as you can see, and you can see here. So my veneers are actually done, which is great. But apparently it takes about 2 hours to put like the final veneers on. And my dentist is really busy and he can't get me in until next week. So I did email him about my temporaries breaking off. And it happened last night when I was eating dinner. I was eating spaghetti and toast. So like I've been eating soft foods, like not eating anything hard because he told me to be careful, and I was, but this still happened. So he is gonna get me in for an appointment tonight. My assumption is that it's just gonna be to fix the temporaries and not actually do the full veneers, although I'm like fingers crossed that he's just gonna, like, while I'm in there, just do it all. But I don't know, so we will see. But until then, I have to spend all day with like, with a broken tooth. But I mean, it's okay. I'm just gonna work. I don't have anywhere to go. So anyways, continued adventures of dental tourism in Mexico. How prevalent is dental tourism in Playa and the surrounding area?
Well, the work here in dental tourism is very promising. So much so that I have been for 8 years, and this year I am going to open another clinic, but in Tulum. A bigger one with the best technology worldwide.
Okay, I just got back from the dentist. I got temporaries numero dos. You can see no more broken temporaries. I got some eggs to eat for dinner because he had to do the shots again. So my mouth actually is still really numb, and my lip, and I can't feel it. So sorry if I'm talking weird. So I have to go in next week to do the final. I did get to see the veneers though, which was awesome, but they were way too bright white, like scarily white. So he is going to fix that. And then once that is done, then they will get to go on my face. So we're almost done. We're in the home stretch. I'm really happy he was able to fix the temporary though. And yeah, here we go. One more week. Okay, so it's been 2 weeks, or no, it's been 2 days since I got my second set of temporary veneers, and I'm really trying to not break them this time, and they're already kind of loose. So this is the reality of how you have to eat, which is I'm literally cutting up my pizza. So there we go. I can't eat it like normal. I've been eating nothing but like scrambled eggs and yogurt, and that's pretty much been my life. So ready for the real veneers. What are some things that people should research or consider before getting dental work done in Mexico?
Well, the first thing before looking for a heavenly place is to do an investigation about the treatments that one wants to obtain and where they can offer them with good quality and honesty, as well as the ethics on the part of the doctor, as well as knowing that the doctor has experience in such treatments. On the other hand, technology used by the dentist. If you have your own lab in order to have a control on quality, and finally, always good to hear the considerations and suggestions from the dentist because of the experience, and not just the patient wants to do a treatment because they told him or because he saw someone else with a treatment. Each patient is different and each case is different.
It's all done. All my dental appointments are done, and I now have a new smile. See, here was the before, and here is the after. So I hope that you found my experience that I've shared with you to be somewhat informative and helpful about, this is just one experience of what it was like to do some dental tourism in Mexico. So just to recap a little bit about what my process was like, because it ended up being quite a bit longer than I was anticipating. I thought from start to finish it'd be like a week and a half, and ended up being like 3.5 weeks or like a month total. And there were some different reasons for that. So I went in for my very first appointment, and for that one, we pretty much just took molds of my teeth and kind of made small decisions about kind of what I was looking for. So then he went back and he created a smile design. And that took about 4 or 5 days for him to walk through that process and get that design ready. So then I went back in after that was ready. And that was when we did like the majority of the actual work. So getting my teeth prepped for the veneers and getting temporaries put on. Then I went in a week later after the veneers were ready. So they got sent off to a lab and they got created. Actually, I think he created them in-house. He has his own lab, but I came back in, and if I had approved them that day, they would have got put on, but the color was way too bright, like brighter than this, which he told me was gonna be the case, but you know, sometimes you just have to see it to trust the doctor who knows what they're talking about. So then he took them, so we didn't put them on. I got new temporaries. He took them, painted them, made them a little bit more like a normal teeth color. I went back in hoping to get them put on, but I had developed a cold sore in that week and it had not healed enough for him to be able to do the amount of work that he needed to do in my mouth. So then I had to wait another week. And that week was definitely the worst one, because at that point mentally I was ready to have them on, and the temporaries were not fun. But so I went in and we finally did the final appointment, and this is what the outcome was. So I would say overall I had a great experience. The delays that happened were kind of on me, not necessarily on him, and he was a great dentist. So I hope that you have found this informative and helpful, and as Dr. Lewis said, be sure to consult with your dentist when you're doing research, because something that worked for somebody else may not work for you. Each treatment is personal to the individual. So thank you so much for checking this out. Be sure to check out my other Playa del Carmen videos. There are quite a few as I spent some time here. And be sure to hit the button below to subscribe, and I will see you next week.